the sun is shining 24/7. Cause when we're together, it feels like we're in heaven. If it will get dark, you'll be my million stars. I know I can lean on you.
Hi everyone, I'm Louis and this is Phoebe.
Hi, I'm Phoebe.
And today we want to talk about becoming parents. Qingpu.
Oh, okay. Becoming parents.
I'm going to rewind again. Hello everyone, I'm Louis and this is Phoebe.
Hi everyone.
Welcome to our podcast and today we want to talk about
Becoming
parents.
Okay.
So becoming parents, it's a topic that before we started the show, we just talked about it and was like, should we talk about parenting? And then we was like, no, because we need to start somewhere before we get to parenting, right?
Yeah, because you become parents, then you enter the parenting topic.
You have to decide to become parents.
I just feel like you have to pull it back to yourself first before you can talk about them anyway.
Yeah, so basically, before a lot of people, before they become parents, the first thing they think about is finance. The biggest deciding factor is finance. For Phoebe and I, it was just the right time, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. But most people will think about finance. But I would say that time is the most important thing. You got to think about managing your time.
I feel there are too many elements you have to concern, but the most important thing is there's nothing about being ready to be parents, because you're always learning. 就一直在学习，太多东西要学了，所以没有什么准备好这件事情。
Yeah.
对啊。When did you think about like how old you want to have your own kids when you were young?
Yeah. So growing up, Phoebe, when we were growing up, when we grew up in Nigeria, most people always think about, okay, I finished college, I get a nice work, a nice job. But most people have kids in their 20s. Most people want to have kids in their 20s. It's not the same thing here in Taiwan, especially with women, but most people want to have kids. I don't know, in the West, I think they even have it earlier. In America, I have a lot of 90-year-old parents.
I think that it's too very extreme. Okay, it's either very young or, when they get to a social status, they start thinking about it.
Good question, Phoebe. I'm going to ask you this question. I can throw the same question to me. That's the same thing you asked me. When did you think that is the perfect time for you to have? I know you want to have kids, but do you think, okay, I should have kids at this time? At a particular age, I mean.
I don't think I have ever thought of having a certain age. It's more of what I have, as in finance. You know,
so you thought about finance
status.
First.
Yeah, 我觉得不是用年龄来界定，当然年龄是一个很重要的事情，因为你越老，你想要有小孩就越困难嘛。对，但是我觉得一切还是以就是你的所有的经济状况、所有的基础是稳定的时候。当然 ，and also I met you, so I was like, okay, this person should be, he's like a good father figure. Yeah, so maybe I'm ready.
Responsible. Start kissing.
Yes.
Kissing the ass. Okay.
No, it's true. Yeah.
So that brings me to another thing. Okay, so Phoebe, you never thought about having kids at a certain age, but I think most people from Africa would say, they want to get married and have kids earlier, in their 20s, I think, late 20s, maybe 27. You know.
In Taiwan,
there's more pressure on women to have kids in Africa. I don't think that's right.
Yeah.
And there's more pressure to get married and have kids. So that means you have a partner and then have kids. Should you have a partner? Because I have friends who are single and just want to have kids, so just get a sperm donor. And there's stories of people who have best friends. I read about that recently. They're best friends, and they decide, two of them want to have kids, so and they were getting past the age, and they decided to have the kids together. And they didn't even do IVF. They just decided to do it together. They just get their lawyers involved and stuff like that as friends. And so they're co-parenting but not married. So there's a lot of ways to go about it.
对啊。
You don't have to be married like us.
Yes.
But
像我最近在网络上看到，就是有一个还蛮成功的女企业家，其实她也才30几岁，然后她就是去买了精子，然后就是自己去做了试管婴儿这样子的动作，然后有了小孩，所以她录了一个影片，就是跟她的女儿说：“你不是婚姻下的产物，你是在爱跟期待之下所产出的一个就是结晶这样子。”所以我觉得这个东西也蛮重要的，不是代表说你一定要结婚，或者是一定要生小孩了，所以你必须要去做这件事。
Yeah.
Yeah.
Phoebe is right. So there's also there are like gay couples that have kids.
Yeah.
Right? So you don't need to have a wife, right?
Oh,
You don't even need to have a partner who's like biologically,
Yes.
ready to have kids. Like,
Yes.
Designed to have kids. I mean, you can be like a gay couple and you still want to have kids. But the most important thing is responsibility.
Yeah. Even us, like before we have children, we're thinking if we really can't have a kid, then we're going to go adopt.
And I'm going to be very angry when I say this because there are many irresponsible parents. So if you think you cannot take care of yourself, then you shouldn't be thinking about having kids. But then if you want to have kids, I guess one of the most important thing is to be responsible.
对
Yeah. And if Phoebe wasn't responsible, I probably don't want to have kids with her because that would just create more problems. And if I wasn't responsible, Phoebe, would you want to have kids?
Definitely not.
Yes. So it's it's good to have a partner to help you out because having a kid is a very, it's not an easy task.
Yeah.
We're out of friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Phoebe and I, we both help each other.
Yes.
Yeah. While Phoebe's making food for
Preparing dinner.
She's making a puree for the baby. We have a 7-month-old. I'm watching Stella, and then while Phoebe's watching Stella, I'm giving Hannah a bath, our baby a bath. And so I think it's we work together to make it work. Work together to make it work. Put on my t-shirt.
真的是需要分工合作，因为一个人很难，真的太难，但不是不可能。
Yeah. So kudos to those single parents out there. 厉害。
对啊，真的。
Because this brings me to the second thing, time. Between me and Phoebe, we don't have enough time for ourselves and to take care of the kid.
No. 因为你现在做每一件事都要先想到，就是等一下，就像我们现在在录 podcast， 我就要想到，我等一下会不会占用到要接小孩的时间。
Yeah. Also, like I said, kudos to those who are single and single parents. Like, now my sisters are single; they have 2 kids. They're basically in that category. But there are some people who want to have kids while they're single. And just because they want kids and they don't have the right partner, kudos, because it's not easy. And if you have raised your kid, if you have raised a kid as a single mom.
What is this?
This is
what is that?
Yeah, it's a Nigerian thing,
Okay. Is that a cheering
no,
thing?
No, I think I want to do this. Like, I want to do this, yeah.
Like you admire the person.
Yeah, Maestro, I admire you if you have if you're a single parent and you raised your kid by yourself responsibly, of course. Good job. So it's not easy because time is a big factor. When you want to have a kid, you got to think about how to manage time.
Yeah. 以前年轻或者是单身的时候，就是一天24小时，基本上所有时间都是给自己。
Yeah.
然后除了你去工作之外，你就是安排你剩下的时间。那你现在变成是一天8个小时你的工作，然后呢，其他的时间都是小孩。
Yeah.
基本上就是这样，不是小孩就是家庭。
I will give you a good comparison because this is how Phoebe kind of like every day Phoebe is doing laundry.
Yes.
It's not every day once. It's every day multiple times because if Hannah is not like wet, like if Hannah didn't make a mess, our baby, if she didn't make a mess on her clothes, we still need to wash like Stella's uniform and then even doing the dishes. Like when I was single, all my clothes, I will pile it up in like a basket, and then on a Friday, I would take everything to a laundromat, and for like $200, they will wash the clothes, iron the clothes, fold the clothes, pack it back, and I come back in a few hours because I need my time to go have fun. I come back in a few hours, pick up the clothes. It's all smelly nice and all folded properly. I just take it to my closet and just put it inside. That takes me 10 minutes to the place, maybe 10 minutes back, and then 10 minutes to put it on. And then now I have like clean clothes for the rest of the week, right? But that doesn't work anymore.
No. When I was single, I do my laundry every 2 weeks.
Oh, that's because you have a lot of clothes.
Yeah, I do have a lot
I have
of
clothes only. I have clothes enough for just 1 week. Or maybe
Okay.
socks enough for just 1 week.
So
now,
this is the thing, okay? I had a lot of clothes, but I don't have many clothes now. Much clothes, you should say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't care about
I
our clothes
always
anymore.
wear black because I don't want to spend my time thinking about what to wear.
Yeah, me
so
too.
back to the same problem.
I got a lot of t-shirts. Because it's all time. It's like basically we need to find time for Stella. So anytime you're thinking about clothes, thinking about doing stuff for yourself, it's less time you're going to have spending with your kid. And plus, you don't already have enough time with them already. So if you have enough time, maybe it's a good time to start thinking about having a kid. That's good if that's what you want. So I would put time over finance.
I think so too.
I would put time over finance.
Because even you are wealthy doesn't mean you have time to.
Yeah, so there's a decision to have a kid. Usually people the traditional way is to like find a partner, then have a kid. I mean, it's always good to have a partner, but it's not the only way. I know single parents who have raised amazing kids, right?
Yeah.
Then people say finance, right? But finance is like part of it, because there are people who are not wealthy or who are struggling. They have raised really perfect kids, right?
Yeah.
So if that is you should have enough to take care of a kid, but like I would say time is the most important thing, because you need to have enough time to be a responsible parent. You need to have enough time to spend with your kid. You need to have enough time to go to work. So how do you manage that? Managing time, I would put on the top of the list while deciding to become parents.
Yeah, because there are so many little things you have to take care of. Yeah, when you have children.
Yeah.
Second, I feel finance is also like a part of
a lot of people's
concern.
Yes.
Yeah.
A lot of people concerned about finance, but people in Taiwan are quite well off. Quite comfortable.
我觉得对啦，台湾生活其实就是还算蛮安逸的，不是像可能在奈及利亚他们压力还蛮大的。
It will be a little bit inconvenient
对
to have a kid.
对
For Taiwanese, if you want to compare like finance, because it's quite stupid to go have a kid that you can't take care of financially. But there are like programs, there are social programs, there are all the things that helps out when that time comes. But in Africa, there's nothing.
对啊，
Yeah, so you have your kid, you says you are on your own.
真的就是健保这些根本就不用想，然后连最基本的水电你都要自己想办法。
Yeah, so those is all like things, but people still have kids. Like,
Yeah.
I'm guessing the birth rate in Nigeria, for example, I don't know the numbers, should be higher than Taiwan. Let's just Google it right now. Okay,
It's
Phoebe?
definitely higher.
Keep them busy.
It's usually the countries that's already developed that has lower birth rate. 台湾的生育率真的蛮低的，跟其他
Okay.
国家相较。然后我还蛮惊讶的是，生小孩这件事情，你知道在哪一个国家是我看过最多小孩的吗？一个家庭当中平均都有2到3个小孩，最少，那就是以色列。Right?
Okay.
Israel.
Yeah.
Yeah, like 大部分他们的家庭都会有最少2到3个小孩，所以在以色列当地会觉得生小孩就是一个应该要做的事情，对，所以每个家庭他们都还蛮喜欢有孩子啊这样子的氛围。 所以基本上我觉得钱吗？也有朋友他是有一定的社会地位，然后有了钱，他就觉得他可以花多一点时间陪他的小孩，可是相对的来说可能体力上就没有这么好。对，像我每次whenever I bend down to help Stella put on her socks, I just feel like I should have had my kid earlier. Because you're not as energetic as before.
I can't get the information out. Well, if you know what's the birth rate here in Taiwan, because they're doing 7.0 children per 1,000 people in November 2021. But the Nigerian birth rate is, so I don't know how to compare both, but Nigerian birth rate is 5. Oh my God, that's 7 point something per 1,000 people. The Nigerian birth rate, according to World Bank, is 5.3 per woman. Oh my God, that's a lot. So 5.3 kids per woman. So that means some people are having a lot, right?
Yeah.
I'm not sure these numbers are accurate, so please Google it. But I'm pretty sure Africa has a higher birth rate than Taiwan, Japan, Korea. Most of the developed world is kind of like declining.
Yes.
Yeah, but the point I'm trying to make is that they have kids without finance. Yeah, and things are a lot better here in Taiwan. I think that if you want to have a kid, just go for it. There are a lot of social things that can help. But yeah, if you're responsible enough, you would know how much you have and how much you can afford to have a kid. And the way Taiwanese families are, they're still staying with your parents and something like that. I don't know how that will work in the West or like in Nigeria. But like, I mean, the families, they usually help here if you want to have kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a saying that they said it takes the whole village to raise the children, right? Was it from Nigeria?
No, I think that is like a general thing. I don't think that's a Nigerian thing. Yeah.
所以如果说有家人可以一起帮忙，当然是最好的。如果没有的话，就是变成你的时间支配、你的财务方面就变很重要。Yeah.
Think of how you're gonna manage time, and then finance, then how responsible you are before you think about having kids. And then once you have those kids, there's no way to plan for everything. No matter how good you plan, if you have like a very stable job, COVID hits, and then boop, no job. Now you have a baby without money, right? So you can't really plan for anything. If you have, God forbid, let me knock on wood, but like people have kids that like we're so blessed and lucky we have kids that are healthy, right? But people have kids that come out. I mean, I'm not trying to.
Of course.
Kids that come up with some health problems, and it's so difficult to deal with. Like, it's one thing to worry about. It's really sad to think about it, but yeah, always think about. I mean, like if you want to have and do anything in life, just be positive. If you want to have kids, go for it. It's worth it. Like. Phoebe, I got a question. Would you trade your life now for your previous life? Would you trade the life
I know what you mean.
Yeah, having both kids for your previous life where you were single and didn't have kids and didn't have a lot of responsibility, didn't have to worry about a lot of stuff?
Louis 的意思就是说，我愿意把我现在的生活跟过去的生活做就是交换这个动作。
Oh, my Chinese is so good. Perfect. Give me 100%.
我觉得也不能说我愿意，应该是这样讲吧。不是说你想要做交换这件事情，而是你会想的是，如果我可以跟以前有一些不同，我希望在以前的时候我可以累积的更多，不管是财务方面，不管是任何的东西，就是我可以更懂得怎么时间管理，怎么有更多的积蓄，有更多的更好的社经地位，那我就可以让我的小孩有更好的生活。It should be like that. You get it?
What do you mean?
I wouldn't trade my life, but if I can go back to the previous time, I would spend more time in learning how to efficiently use my time to earn more money to get a better social status.
Before you have a child.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
It's not like I'm trading my life now from before, but I would say there are some things I could make it better.
You can make it better.
Yes.
Yeah, but nobody plans you for that. When you are young and you're just like enjoying yourself and spending money, if you don't have the right mentors to let you know about money, finance, and stuff like that, you never know. Like I was earning a lot of money. I should have bought a lot of properties and maybe probably invested a lot in Bitcoin now, right? But we can't do that anymore. Like, yeah, it would be good, right? Because the reason why she says that is because, correct me if I'm wrong. If you have like financial stability now, that means you can have more time for your children.
Exactly.
That's why she's saying it. I think that's what she's saying. And then
I can provide more.
I get you. So like I said, we say in the beginning, it's like there's no way to prepare for it. Like no matter how you prepare,
no way.
Like you can have all the money and all the financial stability and then lose it afterwards.
Yeah,
you can have everything.
Because you never know what's gonna happen.
You can have everything and then you can have everything planned for and then you and your wife or your partner go separate ways. You still got a kid. You're not going to return it.
Yeah, it's
like,
true.
how does it?
退货吗？
不能退货。你不能退货。
当然不行，你要退给谁？
不能退货。
退去哪里？
Because, yeah, you just have. So it's this thing. It's like, just be responsible, okay? No matter what happens between you and your partner, the kids, you got to think about that responsibility and just. You got to think about that kid depends on you. So being responsible is one of the most important things to be to consider when having a kid.
Also, one thing I feel becoming parents made me understand and think about a lot of things that my parents has told me. Yeah,
that makes sense.
对，我就会开始想我妈妈以前怎么样，以前没有办法理解说她为什么常常就是心情很不好，因为我妈妈就是基本上爸爸很忙在工作，然后妈妈就带着3个小孩，所以现在可以慢慢了解，原来是因为真的很多琐事她要做，然后我现在跟我妈妈的感情又更好。Like every little thing I would want to tell my mom. Yeah, or even share with her. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to.
No. It's okay to share with your parent.
Yeah.
I mean, like I cannot give you all the moral support.
Yeah. No, I'm saying sorry because his mom already passed away long ago. Yeah, here. Yeah.
Rest in peace, mommy.
Yeah, I'm not trying to make you sad about that.
Yeah, I love my mom so much. So anyway, let's move on. One topic I want to talk about is, social life.
Oh yeah, social life.
So
do you have friends now? Maybe 1 or 2.
Alex, come and help me.
He's one and only friend.
No, I have a lot of friends. And Faisal, I'm anyway, because Faisal is watching too. I think while we're single, we had this very vibrant lifestyle. Okay, people call you.
Yes.
Okay, you go play, you go have fun, you go to KTV, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't like KTV, but like I would go. Yeah, I would go because I have time. That's why time is important. I have time. I've put my clothes are in the laundromat. They're at the laundromat, so I don't need to worry about washing my clothes in the weekend. I can go somewhere. Okay,
you just spend money to do it.
So now I got like a bunch of friends, Get friend for everything. You want to go party, you got a party friend. You want to talk about business, you got a business friend. You want to talk about tech, like I like cameras, camera gears and computers and stuff. I have camera gear, computer and stuff friend. Okay. You want to go eat, you got that eating friend or family, whatever. But so you have time, right? So now let's fast forward to the future, right? So now you get married. So we're married. So now the things you want to do might be a little bit different, right? Which is not so bad, but it's not like vastly different because also it's like in that honeymoon period, your wife and you guys want to still do things together, right? Fine. But once you have kids, boom, that friend list just drastically changes because we're not in the same period of our life anymore. Our priorities has changed.
对
We have to spend more time with our kid. We have, especially when in a young age, when they're 1 to 2, like you have no time at all.
对啊，而且你现在出去就会想说小孩可以做什么，然后你的朋友他们有没有小孩？如果他们没有小孩，不是说不好，只是他们可能会有一点被你耽误了，因为你在照顾小孩，没有办法全心陪他们聊天。
Let me give you an example.
对啊 ，Yes.
If we go out with your friend, and our daughter is throwing a tantrum,
对
and your friend is a single friend, right? Like it's just a single person. She's not married yet, don't have kids, right? That will be a little bit of inconvenience for your friend. So now that list starts to shrink down. So we choose to go hang out with friends that have same interests or in the same period of life as us. They have kids, okay?
对
So your friend list gets smaller and smaller, and you just don't want to go on like maybe sometimes people will go on like reunions and stuff like that. But if people are talking about like when everyone starts a social conversation and talk about stuff, you will find out that what you want to talk about and what they're talking about is maybe also not the same. So maybe it doesn't even really work out again. So now you have new friends. You make new friends who are in the same position as you, right?
对，真的。因为我现在连讲话聊天啊，跟一个朋友讲话聊天，我都要算时间，就是 I cannot talk more than 10 minutes.
10 minutes is too much even.
Yes,
I don't even talk to anybody on the phone.
much.
Like, so I don't like it when somebody says hello, hi, because I don't have time to chat with you. Just go ahead and tell me what you
讲
want.
重点。
And even for my daughter, I'm like, don't tell me what you don't want. Just tell me what you want, okay? Daddy, what do you want? Just say it. So get it done, get it quickly done. So our friend list shrink is quite depressing. That's why my voice has calmed down.
But I feel those friends who stay, they also understand this because they will check on you once in a while.
They?
Yeah,
Do
even
they?
I have single friends who checks on me.
But do they
the time.
understand, like if you go out with them, would they understand the inconvenience that you're going to create for them having a kid?
They won't understand, but they will try to be understanding.
I do have someone in mind. That's why I'm saying it because
Yes.
like, people will, when your kid throws a tantrum outside when they're tired, because that's how they are. After a few hours, they need a rest, right? It's just going to be a major inconvenience for your friends.
对
But frankly speaking, you get new friends, right? That have same interests. It's not like your old friends are gone. It's just like you hang out less, right? They have same interests as you. But another thing I want to mention. When you choose to hang out with your friends that have kids, if your kid and their kid are not in the same age group, also
it's a issue.
It's an issue because we have a friend. If you have a newborn, for example, most of the time you're gonna spend at home, and then you gotta time everything out. And then if you go out with a newborn, it's a bit different lifestyle from if you go out with like a 5-year-old. A 5-year-old you can take to climb, just play, and do stuff what kids do, right? And so that list becomes still smaller. It's not bad, but something to think about. I think we spend a lot of time on this friend thing. Is it because we are depressed?
I'm not depressed.
I'm kidding.
It's just that I feel there's a 中文是说有一个默契在那边，就是这些朋友他们也了解你，所以他们也知道就是该怎么做。然后就像last week we just hang out with our friends, right? Actually, basically it's our daughter's friend family, yeah. 所以我们一起出去的时候，我们就会知道说，这个时间大家累了，我们也不会说我们一定要做什么事情，我们一定要去逛街，没有，我们就是 in the hotel.
Yeah, and nobody feels left out or nobody feels bad because I understand. Because okay, we just mentioned the person is Vicky. Now, Vicky, if you're watching, we understand that Vicky says her daughter was a bit tired, so it's totally a tantrum. We totally get it. So we know that, oh no, this is not a good time to hang out with her, so she can rest. So we didn't like push it, okay, which makes sense.
Yeah.
And also when our daughter starts throwing a tantrum because she's tired, she does understand. So we hang out with these friends and we're really happy because they understand us, we understand them. They give us our time, we give them their time.
That makes us feel less stressful.
Exactly. That makes sense. Makes a lot of sense.
Because it's already very stressful every day that you're trying to figure out like what to do. Yeah. So
yeah, but let's not make people afraid to decide to become parents, okay? If that's something you want, honestly, when you get it, you wouldn't trade it for anything else because there's certain like moments that makes me just, you know what makes me happy these days is seeing my daughter happy. It's, I mean, it will sound, yes, like the thing that makes me happy the most is seeing my daughters, you know, achieve something and then they're happy because they achieve those things. Maybe it's the first time they speak, the first time they say Baba.
Yeah.
You know, maybe it's when they sleep on your body. Maybe it's when maybe it's when Stella says something that is unexpected and very constructive. And like, ha 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 ha, this 3-year-old is so funny because that is the joy you get when you have a kid. So it's worth it. Yeah,
it's definitely a lot of moments that you feel it's really priceless.
But if you're not a responsible person, just stay out of it, okay?
对.
You don't want to give, we don't want you don't want to give the kid a hard time, you know, hard
exactly.
life. Yeah, but then if you're responsible, you got time, you got a little bit of finance, why not? Go ahead and do it.
We're trying to say that we're not the best or, you know.
We're not even professional parents. We're still working on it.
Professional, yeah, but we are trying to share our experience.
Yeah.
I want to talk about something deeper, that is becoming parents. I started to think about my childhood time. I got a lot of explanation. I start realizing why things are like this, and then try not to make the same mistake or, you know, the I would say 就是你小时候发生的一些事情，你会希望它有更好的解决方式，然后去避免它重蹈覆辙。对。
Yeah, she's basically saying, after becoming a parent, she will look back at, you know, her past and try to fix things for her daughter.
Yeah.
For our daughter. And
in this way, when I fix things on our daughter, I'm not sure if this is a right thinking. I start to feel more relief. And then I can forgive and forget about like the things I cannot understand in the past while I was a kid.
Yeah.
对，就是
like what?
Like, for example, my dad wasn't really there when I was young because he's so always busy. So there are a lot of moments that I feel he's absent in my life. 对，可是我现在就可以渐渐的，就是我不希望我就是父母的角色在我的小孩生命当中缺席，那我就会尽量去满足他这一块。那因为满足了他，我就觉得我对我的过去没有那么的在意了。
This makes sense. Makes sense.
Right? I don't know if you feel that, but I do feel
like you're not. You're saying that you're not.
Trapping yourself
because of the past, right? Yeah. Makes sense. Well, so I think we should wrap this up. It's almost 30 minutes. We're talking about parents.
I'm getting deep.
Oh, I thought you finished explaining. Okay. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
He always does this.
Boss.
It's all right. Yeah.
You can wrap up your side, and I will wrap up the whole thing.
对，我觉得不管怎么样，是对你过去的一种弥补，或者是对你现在的小孩，你想要给他更好的生活这些的。我觉得有了小孩绝对不是一件后悔的事情，对，只是你会希望你给他的可以是更多的。
Yeah.
Just keep going.
Yeah, we're still learning.
Try your best.
It's a learning curve.
Yeah, there's
It's
no
not every-
standard or
Also-
one method on all the kids.
Yeah. Also, every kid is different. It's kind of like you think you're gonna go this way, but it's going the other way, and so you gotta readjust. You're always adjusting and readjusting. Like with Stella, we're always like adjusting, readjusting, adjusting.
Okay.
And then we get better and better at it, but we're still not perfect. So I mean, sometimes when we see other things, we will make certain adjustments again. Like so, just go for it. Yeah. So with that said, I hope someone's becoming a parent tonight because this thing's coming out at 9 o'clock. So 加油. And I want to shout out to Purple Cafe.
Hi, Purple Cafe.
Purple Cafe is where we are right now.
Yeah.
We're in Qingpu, and Qingpu is near the high-speed train station, Taoyuan high-speed train station. Here you can have some wonderful, tasty coffee.
Yeah.
And you can try some Nigerian food. I kid you not, it's yummy. All right. Until next time, thank you,
Okay,
everyone.
see you guys.
And
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.